Hey guys, welcome back to Sports Points or SP with Jason. Today we are going to be doing a video on how coronavirus or COVID-19 is going to affect sports seasons, such as the MLB, NHL, and NBA. So first we're going to start off with the NBA. NBA, its season because of coronavirus stopped to a halt. Players were getting coronavirus. Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Marcus Smart, Karl Anthony Towns' mom has coronavirus, and it just went to a halt. And they were at the end of the season where they could make a playoffs when they come back. But is that really the right option for the NBA? Should they keep going with the season and see what teams make it to the playoffs? Because there are teams that are making a push for the playoffs, and maybe they can make the finals even though they're the 8th seed. You got to realize that those teams are trying to make playoff pushes, and these guys want their money. So are they going to make an NCAA type tournament style for the NBA and be like, if you lose, you go home? Or what is it going to be like for the NBA? That's my question. I don't really know how it could be like I don't know, because the NCAA type tournament for the NBA seems the most logical. They don't finish the regular season, and they just do that type of tournament style. And that would work for the NBA perfectly, because it'll probably take them a month or two to finish it, and then you'll be done. But then we go to the NHL. Players want to go through the normal Stanley Cup. They want to finish the season. They want to go through the Stanley Cup playoffs and then get and win that Stanley Cup. But I don't think that's going to work for the NHL, because they just need to get the season done. But they're at a point where they can't go straight to the playoffs, but they can't finish the season. So for the NHL, what do? They're in the tightest spot of what do they do, because NHL they could, like I said, finish the season or go to the playoffs, but players want to finish the season. So how are they going to contribute, or how are they going to just finish the season with coronavirus? Maybe with no fans? We don't know. Now I want to go to the MLB. This is the one I mainly want to talk about, because the other two, their seasons went to a halt. They were going through season fine. Now they stopped. They just stopped to a halt. MLB, they went spring training and then they kind of stopped. They didn't even start. So some of the things, they want to do a season, but how do they do that season? Once they're clear to play, they need to get at least 3 weeks to a month of spring training. They need to get, but they're in player shape. They're right now, when they're they're kind of in their off-season drill. They get in their player shape. They're fine. They're in player shape, but they need that 3 weeks to week 1 get the rust off, and then 2 more weeks of getting the basics down, or not basics down, but just fielding, hitting. They need to get all the rust off. But then they'd have to play a season. So there's been ideas thrown where it's an NCAA tournament type style, but I don't think that should work, because if you win a game, if you go to the NCAA playoffs, is if you win a game, you move on. But for the MLB, their pitchers, one team may have 3 good pitchers, and another team has 1. They play the game, and this team's 1 good pitcher, and this team's pitcher, this team wins. But then this team had 3 more pitchers, so if they played a best of 3, this team would win the last 2, because they have 2 really good pitchers, and then this would win the first game. So how would that be fair if they only won 1 game and then they move on, but this team would win, the other team would win if they played a 3-game series? So I don't think the NCAA type tournament style would work for the MLB, but that's the idea been thrown. The other idea is the doubleheader, where they have doubleheaders more commonly, and they play 7 innings. But that puts a beating down on a player's body, either in the MLB or either as a pitcher, a batter, or a fielder. It's going to be taking a beating. Teams aren't going to show their true potential, but they want to finish. They want to at least play 48 to 100 games if they don't do doubleheaders. So how is that going to happen? Maybe they start in August, June, July, August, even maybe May if they're lucky, and play with no fans, and then they go to December and playoffs. But you got to realize November, December, even October, some of the places like New York, Cleveland, Chicago, they're going to be hard to play in. The snow will roll in, and then what do they do? Even Colorado, Mile High City, they're up in the mountains. They could get snow. What are they going to do in the regular season? Are they going to play in neutral areas? Like, where are they going to play with the teams that have cold weather? And then the playoffs, like, you don't play in front of your home fans. Like, what are you doing? So, funny thing is, I love fishing. If you guys know, you guys are my friends when you're watching, you guys know I love fishing. If you don't know, I love fishing. And the only sport, everybody says fishing isn't a sport. The only sport that's still going is fishing because you can stay apart from everybody. I just wanted to add that in there because I thought it was hilarious that that was the only sport that was left still moving. But let's go back. Let's go now to my final point I want to talk about is the Olympics. The Olympics has been postponed. The Tokyo 2020 Olympics have been postponed. But how are they going to reschedule the Olympics? The Olympics are such a big thing. How are they going to reschedule? And people have worked their tail off. I read this article about this Russian brother and sister who worked their tails off to get on the national team, and they were going to play their first Olympics, and they were super disappointed. Like, how is coronavirus going to affect that? And I just don't know. It's ruining lives. Okay, I said Olympics was the final thing, but I want to talk about one more thing. Imagine, you guys are being sad that you're not getting sports, but imagine being a senior who's last year to play high school ball or college ball, and you can't play anymore. You don't get to play. Just don't, be like, oh, man, don't be down. Just think of other people. And it's going to be really sad to be these good teams. I read an article about a 20-2 high school basketball team that won't get to finish their season. They were setting state records, and they're not going to be able to show their stuff in the playoffs and win that state championship. So, thank you guys for watching the Sports Points video. This was really fun. It wasn't fun. I just wanted to talk to you guys about some of the situations so, oh my gosh, sports is having. Like, another example of that is NFL. They are not being able to do physicals. So I just want to add that in. Thank you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.